Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. Power Pro Wrestling. The Power Hour.
Hey everybody, welcome once again. It's Saturday morning, 11 a.m. and you know what that means. It's time for another big day of Power Pro Wrestling in there. And of course, as always, I'm joined by my host. First off, he's the host of Beyond Wrestling and my co-host of the Continental Review Show. It's Robb Helt. Good morning, Robb. How are you?
Buy the shirt, baby. Retro Wrestling Review, Power Pro Wrestling Podcast. You can find that over on tpublic.com. And
Big Red Strawberry.
You can go to the Retro Wrestling Archive .club and get a link directly to that and hit the Jackson Media Creations area. We got all kinds of good stuff over there. What shirt are you rocking, BT? Before you
I'm a big red strawberry this morning. That's what we used to call people that wore red shirts when we were in high school. That and green jeans if they wore anything green. I got BJD, Big John Dalton. He's a Memphis wrestling guy, local Memphis wrestling guy, wrestles in EPW and Memphis wrestling. So he sent me a shirt, his dad did, and I'm wearing it proud. So
he's the owner, founder, and president of STSpod.club, and he's Jonesboro, Arkansas's baby boy, BT, Brian Tramel. What's up, BT?
Good Saturday morning to my friends. Thanks to everyone that's listening, commenting, reaching out. Man, Power Pro, who would have thought, huh, Gene? Me and Gene's been thinking about doing this for a while, and I'm excited. We're on episode 8? So yes. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you guys thought about this show. Go ahead, Gene. Get us started, man.
We're definitely not on episode 9. I can promise you that much. But we are on episode 8. The opening match today. So we're breaking with tradition here. For the last 3 weeks, we've seen the Spellbinder trying to get a win over BJ Awesome. And so as soon as the show started, I seen BJ Awesome head to the ring. I'm like, well,
here we go.
Guess we're going to have our BJ Awesome versus Spellbinder match right out of the gate. But no, he's wrestling BJ Awesome. We're not going to see the Spellbinder versus BJ Awesome. He's wrestling Ashley Hudson. But then, from out of nowhere, this happens.
Over the Spellbinder. That's certainly nothing easy to do. Ashley from Australia, taking off the warm-up jacket, got the boomerang in hand. He'll be handing that out. And from behind, he's attacked by BJ Awesome. Oh, look out. Here comes the Spellbinder. Right off the bat, he jumps in and goes after BJ Awesome. Spellbinder, as you mentioned, Dave, has had... Oh, boy. He's upset about, when referee Bill Rush on the decision last week's match. He was saying he wanted him to reverse. What is this? What in the world? He choke slams the referee, wanted him to reverse the decision from a week ago. Wow, he pops Ashley Hudson down to the mat. Hudson rolls over here. BJ Awesome back in the ring. Nails Spellbinder from behind. Referee Bill Rush is still down over there. Boy, Spellbinder going after the referee. Here's Aubrey Wayne, the referee. He calls for the bell. I guess we're just going to have this match right here. BJ Awesome against the Spellbinder. BJ Awesome 3 wins in a row over Spell. Spell unhappy about it. There's no way you can defend what Spell did going after the referee like that. I know he's unhappy. Can't blame Spellbinder for being upset with what's happened here over the last few weeks, though. Oh, look out. Awesome. Awesome has found a chair back here. And he's headed back toward the ring. Referee Aubrey Wayne, referee Bill Rush, both down in the ring. Senior official Bruno Lauer in there trying to attend to Bill Rush. Meanwhile, Spellbinder has the chair. Wow, Corey. He pounded it with that chair, let me tell you. And the Spellbinder has just gone livid here today on Power Pro. I tell you, I think he's lost it. Because now he's going after the other referee. He's going after Aubrey Wayne. Aubrey's trying to fight his way out of it. He gets out and he grabs Bruno. Oh, no. Choke slams Bruno Lauer. And the Spellbinder, boy, he's just
Yes, yeah, he's lost it.
Well, he's gone after everybody that's come into the ring. Now Lance Jade, Bobby Braun's in here. He shoves Braun's down. Lance Jade trying to help the officials. Spellbinder is rolled out of the ring. Spellbinder, I know you're unhappy, but you cannot defend this.
I don't care who's happy and who's unhappy. As far as I'm concerned, I don't need any of them. Where were they 3 weeks ago when this fat idiot was getting these other guys to come and cheat? As far as I'm concerned, Dave, I'm not talking anymore. You guys unleashed the can of worms that you don't know what you're going to get. You understand? I do all my talking with action.
Spellbinder.
You thought you weren't going to see me this week? BJ Awesome.
How about them can of worms?
Hey, you opened up a can of worms. You don't know what's coming for you, BT.
Woo.
So I'm going to lay out for a second, let you guys give your thoughts on this first, and then we'll okay, go ahead. Whoever wants to start.
We're running in early again. It's like Randy lives in a world of fucking chaos, and he just wants to portray that chaos over on the screen. I mean, first match out of the gate, let's get Spellbinder, BJ Awesome versus Mike Jackson or something. Let's just have a preliminary match, loosen everything up, get everything straight. I mean, right now you're just coming in so fucking hot on the run in. BT, what do you think?
I'm the opposite on this one because I'm wanting to see the spell push big time. I think he, as I said last week, looks like $1 million, and I want to see him. I like this. I like him going crazy. Can of worms was not really. I thought that was kind of funny, but and I see what Rob's saying because as we get through the show, it's almost like there's we've said this before, way too much going on, but. I would push him as, everything.
But how does the run in, BT? How does the run in push the Spellbinder being a monster?
Well, just beating up people, not caring, kind of like the old. It reminded me of like the old Road Warrior squash, where he's just beating the fuck out of everybody, and I love that. I mean, if they're going to turn, but it's also questioning whether he's a good guy or a bad guy. Whether it doesn't matter. He kind of said it really don't matter who it is. He's going to beat up everybody. I was one of those guys that wasn't a huge Spell fan back in the day and turned into a Spell fan, and I really like this stuff. So
I like him now. What do you think, Gene?
I mean, I liked Spellbinder then and now. My thing was, it was just to me like, all right, I was like, this is more of that slap in the face for watching 1998 because this is this is after this is how you get somebody over. Steve Austin comes out and just beats up everybody. The rattlesnake, you don't know who he's going to attack. He just no DTA, motherfucker.
Business is picking up.
Yeah, like the whole bit of him coming in. I understand he's mad at BJ Awesome, and if he ran in and just attacked BJ Awesome, I'd be like, all right, he didn't want to wait around. He's trying to get revenge. Beating up Ashley Hudson, beating up the referees, beating up Bruno, beating up Bobby Bronze, and bowing up on Lance Jade. Like, I don't know. I was just thinking, like, okay, so we got Stone Cold Spellbinder now. And then he goes, and I'm not talking anymore. I'm going to let my actions. I'm like, okay, so he's going to be Sting, too. He's just going to show up and beat people up. We're not going to talk. I'm like, then paint your face white and black. If you're going to be Sting, go all the way with it. Paint the mime face on and just be Sting. So I don't know. Like, I get that he's mad and he should be out here wanting to whip BJ Awesome's ass or Billy Joe or Paul Diamond or Brandon. What the fuck's he beating up these other guys for? But he's a wild card, And
he's a wild card now.
I guess you can play up the fact that, okay, he got cheated 3 weeks in a row and nobody came out here and helped him. But it's not like they left him laying every week. They interfered in the match, they won, and then they got the hell out. So there was no opportunity for anybody to come out and help him. And again, all right, if you're playing that card, well, now you're putting heat on all the baby faces for being a bunch of pansies and not coming out and helping Spellbinder. And he's the good guy and they're all the bad guy. I don't know. I don't like that aspect of it.
Do you think
that's going to be one of my favorite things to say, what Gene just said. I don't like that aspect of it throughout the show. Go ahead.
All right.
Do you think you would have had a different feeling in 98 than what you have now in 26?
Did not. I did not when it comes to this. There's some stuff I'm going to talk about that my feelings are the same now as they were. Yeah.
I probably would have been slightly less tolerant. I mean, slightly more tolerant of the time because that's just what wrestling had become. And I wasn't as dug in at the moment on psychology and everything as I am now, where I'm just like, no, don't, it's fucking stupid. But then a big part of what was going on then, I think, was expect the unexpected. And, this ain't the wrestling you're used to. So then you go against all the norms of what you had been conditioned to know about how wrestling psychology worked. I'm not saying that's specific what Randy and them sat down to do here, but you can't tell me that it's not somehow, influenced by Austin and Sting and all the things that I just said. So we'll move past that, and Brandon Baxter comes out with the crew, and so let's hear a little bit of what's going on here. We got Brandon, we've got Tony Falk and Derek and Billy Joe and everybody, and they're kind of setting the table for what they've all got going on, and then we'll talk about how it all fits together afterwards.
Look out, Brandon Baxter, Tony Falk, and a bunch of other folks coming this way.
Yeah, Billy Joe Travis has got the guitar along with him. Brandon Baxter. I have something I want to say real quick. You see, I've told you people for weeks, the reason I'm here is to ruin Power Pro Wrestling and to ruin Randy Hales' life. And I'm going to do it, and it's already started. Do you know why? Because the clique of Randy Hales is starting to fall apart. Let's take a look at history. December the 7th, 1941. What was that, Corey? It was the day that will live in infamy. The day that Pearl Harbor was bombed, and today is the day that will live in infamy for Power Pro Wrestling. You see, everything that fails falls apart from within. And Randy Hales' clique is starting to fall apart, you see. Stacy out here last week, Randy Hales' big hero was Jerry Lawler. He loved Jerry Lawler. Jerry Lawler and him are at odds now. Stacy slaps him across the face, and Lawler has to face Kane. Today, right here, we're going to see the end of Bill Dundee's career because Billy Joe Travis is going to take him out. And he's taking him out right here today. I'm taking Jack Ebb. That's Randy Hales' friend. Power Pro Wrestling, this is the day that will live in infamy.
Jackie, you going to take care of Jackie. But what I want to do right now is talk to Derek King. Come here. It's not that I don't like you. I've been trying to help you. I've been telling him about women, how they run many of men that are root of all evil. But I don't want to say I told you so, but I told you so. Let's talk about this, Miss Jackie. Did you see Monday Night Raw? I don't know, but you had to hear about it. She was on Monday Night Raw with Mark Mara. You see what I'm saying? So she's been playing you for a fool. You've been out here making a fool out of yourself, and I just want you to know that I'm smartening you up to it right now. Women are the root of all evil, man, and you need to get your head on straight and think about business. Okay? That's all I want.
There with Mark Mara.
Mark Mara. Big fan of this interview with Brandon Baxter. I like Brandon. He's got a lot of energy. Billy Joe Travis is here. I'm in a good spot with Billy Joe Travis right now, I think. I've went back and analyzed some things, and I think both of you have kind of started going in a different direction with Billy Joe, and I'm coming the other way. I think he's starting to get it figured out.
I'm just having problems with 1991 Billy Joe, so not this person that much. You guys know I'm a huge Brandon Baxter fan. Love the promo. Love what they did with Derek at the end, but it's still kind of confusing at what they're doing because Brandon is a heel going against Randy, who is supposed to be a heel, but Lawler's a babyface. Is Brandon with Lawler now? Are they friends too?
I think no. Lawler is going to make a tween turn. I think at some point during this, I think it's during this show, he'll make that tween turn where he's going after Randy, and Randy's a heel, and then with Lawler kind of makes him babyface again because Lawler's just an absolute dickhead. And so I don't know, Gene, you'll get us there at some point today.
Yeah, so at this point,
BT is right though. It's strange right now what's going on. At this point in time, you don't really know. Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, it's strange and getting stranger because we know that Randy's supposed to be the heel and Lawler's supposed to be the babyface just because, how things go. But if you're just watching, if you're taking everything at face value for what you've seen on television so far, Corey is defending Randy. And Dave, even at one point today, will say that something Lawler did was disgusting. And so at this point, Randy's still a babyface because you got Brandon the heel out here ranting and raving about him, focusing everything on him. And Lawler's coming off, like you said, Rob. We're going to see here just a little bit. Lawler's kind of coming off like the aggressor and a little bit of a dickhead.
Well, and this goes into what Brian said last week. BT was like, look, I don't need the heel Jerry Lawler WWF character, WWE character down in Memphis. I think that was what you said last week, right?
Right. Yeah. I think they went back in time and changed Jerry, didn't they? I don't know. This happens all the time when we do something USWA we don't like. They'll correct it. It's kind of scary. So,
and again, not to keep beating this drum, but this kind of goes along with what they're doing with Spellbinder in the first segment. In 1998, when everybody saw Steve Austin get over so big, being the tweener, which is a word I absolutely despise that you used a minute ago, but it was it's of the time. Sting got over as the biggest thing in WCW, and he wasn't with the NWO, but he wasn't with WCW either. He was dropping guys on their head from both sides of the teams there. I think they thought that was the only way to get somebody over was to not. I think at that point the theory amongst everybody was white meat baby faces are passe. And so if somebody's going to get over, they have to be a badass, and there has to be an edge to them, and there has to be a element of, what are they going to do? We just don't know what they're going to do out here. So
right. I
think that's how we're trying to play this. I don't know. The Pearl Harbor reference was a stretch for me, and especially when he made a little slip up there. That's the day Pearl Harbor was born. I mean, it happened. but again, he's, Brandon Baxter's probably the best promo on the show of anybody not named Jerry Lawler. I liked picking back up with Falk. I say, I've been trying to tell you, Derek King, women are the root of all evil. And then when he gets to the Mark Mara reference, I'm like, God damn, I wish we weren't having a reference Monday Night Raw every week on Power Pro. But again, that's something else that was going on at the time. And then I was quite shocked that we're opening the show, or this early in the show, rather, Brandon Baxter's wrestling Jackie. I would have thought that's a match we're going to build up to somewhere, if maybe a Jonesboro spot show or, a casino.
Yeah.
We're throwing it out here on TV, and they're actually having a match more so than what we saw BJ Awesome have with Ashley Hudson in the first match. So this is kind of a long clip, but there's a lot of ground to cover, and I wanted to just get it all in one clip rather than breaking it up into a few. So let's check out this match with Brandon Baxter taking on Jackie, and there's a lot of moving parts to everything.
Jackie, come here. Listen. Everybody obviously saw WWF Monday Night Raw, and I don't understand. I brought you pictures. I brought you candy. I brought you every present, and you sit there on Raw Monday night, and you're with Mark Merrill, and you said you didn't date wrestlers. I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand.
This is not the place for this, Derek.
Look, I'm not in love with anybody, okay? What you saw on Monday Night Raw between me and Mark Merrill is all business and strictly business, okay?
So in other words, I still got a chance, right?
Oh, come on.
I still got a chance.
Dave, watch this, Corey. Let me go talk to Samantha. Oh, come on, Billy. We don't need any trouble out here. For crying out loud.
Brad is talking to Samantha. Now what?
I don't think she's
asking for a kiss. I can guarantee you she's not interested.
Headlock, guys.
Come on, Billy, leave her alone.
Well, leave her alone, Billy.
Oh, look out. Dundee arrived. Yeah, okay.
Dundee comes out. He nails Billy Joe. Look at the superstar go. Private is taking off.
Oh, look
Dundee's
out.
got the
at the Mid-South Coliseum. We have had Stacy's reaction, but not an official reaction from the King yet. We'll have it here in just a few minutes.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that today on the Power Hour. Referee Aubrey Wayne telling
Tony Falk pulled his feet out from under.
Oh, no.
Oh, come on. Tony Falk caused that. Brandon Baxter celebrating the victory here.
Had no business in there.
Here comes Derek. Derek just told the referee what happened. He was watching on a monitor out there. But Tony's supposed to be his friend, and here he is telling on him.
This is weird, isn't it?
And I don't know if the referee is going to do anything about it or not. We'll see. Yeah, he is. He's reversing the decision based on the testimony of Derek King.
Good move by the referee.
And now Tony is giving him fits about it. And Derek is saying, come on. That's all what happened. So now Tony choking him. Jackie?
Jacqueline's over. Falk got Derek King choking him over in the corner.
Jackie.
She goes over and borrows one of the fans' chairs out here at ringside, grabs the chair, and she runs him out of there. Yeah, way to go, Jackie.
Well,
so she takes up for Derek.
Well, Derek, you were successful in getting the match reversed there. Jackie's a winner.
This is obviously lit. She obviously loves me here. You just see her come in there and say, I was almost killed in there, and she saved my life. She's obviously in love with me. She obviously loves me. So listen. For my appreciation, you know what? I'm going to sit right here, and I want you to give me the biggest kiss in the whole world right
here. He's waiting.
Dave, bless his heart.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Derek. I'm sure she appreciates the fact that you told the referee what happened, though. We're going to be back. We've got more on the big blast off at the Dome coming from the Mid-South Coliseum, and we'll hear from Randy Hales when Power Pro Wrestling returns.
All right. A lot, like I say, kind of a lot to cover there. Who wants to start?
I don't mind. Mine will be quick and easy. This is shit.
There is so much
it's another
shit.
fucking run-in again. Not a run-in, but it's another fuck finish. Nothing's clean, man. There's no wrestling here, and I get it. I don't trust me. I get it, but I can't. I'm having trouble keeping up with everything going on. I don't. There's no establishing of what's going on. I guess we're establishing Bill Dundee and Billy Joe Travis now, using Samantha as the impetus to do that. I could have done with a lot more Brandon and Jackie, because Jackie can work. Brandon can half work. But you had another fuck finish. They're trying to work the Derek King angle with Jackie, the Bill Dundee, Samantha, Billy Joe Travis, and Tony Falk just being a fucking goof. And I mean, it's just a lot, man. Why can't we just have... What's the reason? I mean,
I'm with you, Rob. There's just too much going on here. I hate a bunch of shit going on during a match. Y'all know I've said that a couple of times already. There's a reason for that. Apparently the reason is we're trying to get as much shit in as we can. I love the stuff with Derek. I like seeing Brandon against Jackie, but I wish we could have saw the match and not had so much shit going on at once. And this whole thing also this goes back to what we're talking about with Spell. We'll talk about Brandon and Randy. We'll talk about Lawler and Randy. We're not, and Gene, you probably got the perfect explanation of what you said. We don't know what direction, who's a baby, who's a heel. Derek's snitching. I thought he was with Brandon. Wow, I'm so fucking confused. So, yeah. Too much going on, as Rob said.
If y'all don't move past this, I need a finish in the TV matches. This is going to be a repetitive show for the next however many years, because that's the way it's going to be, folks.
I can't remember all that.
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it if you have, when you need to either blow up some angles or you need to pay them off or whatever. I'm fine with the run-in stuff, but good Lord, at some point, can't you just have a normal match? And I guess the answer is no.
No,
but I'll get used to it.
No, you're going to see what they want you to do is once a month pay, or however how frequently do this Mid-South Coliseum thing. That's where you're going to see your results. In theory, probably not, but so the one thing I did like about this that rings true for me, and I think everybody can relate to this, is in your lives. I know you have seen guys sell out their friends to try to get over with a woman.
Oh yeah.
So that aspect of this, I get. Okay, Derek immediately has no problem going out there and selling out what's supposed to be his buddies to try to get over with Jackie to get her that win. So that part makes sense. Tony Falk interfering gets us there to change the dynamic of Jackie and Derek King. So I'm okay with that because we didn't get a run in. We just got Tony Falk holding her freaking leg.
Right.
Now we got all these shenanigans at ringside because Billy Travis goes over and tries to kiss Samantha, tries to get her to get him to kiss him. If she had just seen that 91 episode we did, she wasn't going to kiss right where he was pointing because that's where he had that herpes looking outbreak on his face a week prior.
He's got a
fireball that he got in the face from Jerry Lawler. Now, the thing that I hated the most about all this, and nobody even mentioned it, is, okay, so clearly we're just chilling Jackie's just chilling in a headlock on the ground with Brandon.
Oh,
so
yeah,
all this, we're not even pretending that a match is just, all right, I'm going to sit on the ground and hold Brandon in a headlock so all these shenanigans can go on at ringside. And Billy goes over and guys get Samantha to kiss him, and here comes Bill, and Bill looks like he just stiffed the shit out of him with a couple of punches.
Yes.
Then Bill grabs Billy Joe's own guitar, shatters it over his head right there in front of the audience. And by the time they get on the ground, Billy Joe's fighting back, starting to punch Dundee. And I'm like, you're not even selling your own fucking gimmick. Just like I was mad at Lawler for not selling it in 91. I'm mad at Billy Joe for not selling his own guitar, which that drives me nuts the way him and Dave both say that, but especially Corey, a guitar over there. He no sells his freaking gimmick, which kills that whole little thing for me, even though we'll see there's one result from it. He has to sell here in a little bit. In the show.
Right.
Damn.
I like Goddess with Eric and Jackie, which is a main angle that they've had from day one. But I get what you guys are saying, but I'm just telling you, like, you don't move past that. Whoo, this is going to be every match is just going to be, well, everyone to finish. That sucked. Like,
I said it last week.
Every match is going to suck, y'all.
I said it last week. I'll say it again. This was the times. This is what you did in wrestling. This was happening on, like you told me last week. You said, look, Rob, this is happening on Raw. This is happening on Nitro. This is happening everywhere. So it was the times. So I'm watching it with looking back, and hindsight being 2020, it makes it a lot easier to criticize this stuff. Back then, I don't know that I necessarily would have criticized if that was the sign of the times,
Yeah, because the way they looked at it, they weren't selling you a wrestling show anymore, and they weren't selling you wrestling matches. They were selling you angles and excitement, as Lawler keeps pointing out. It's all about the ratings, so it's all about how much drama we can pack into one segment. And to me, I'm pretty sure at this point, the wrestling's just an afterthought. The match is just a backdrop to have an excuse to do all this shit we're doing. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but it's where the business was across the board. Next up, we get a pre-tape promo from Paul Bearer. And they're talking about Jerry Lawler, and they're coming in to the Mid-South Coliseum, and he drops names like Austin Idol and Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan and Joe LeDuc, which, those other names you kind of expect to go together. Joe LeDuc's kind of the wild card in there. And he mentions Kane being his son. Lawler has never faced his son before, which is not true. We had seen Lawler versus Doomsday quite a few times in 97, but we're not supposed to know that. So, that's what's coming up. The big match at the Coliseum with Kane and Lawler, which on paper sounds like a big deal, but I don't know. Like, I remember even in 98, I was not hyped about this match. And I guess a lot of it was probably just because of the confusing way we were getting here. It's Randy Hill's the not yet heel promoter punishing Lawler by putting him against Kane, but Lawler's supposed to be our hero, but he's being a dick. And
there you go. You're covering it.
So here we go. We're gonna grab a snack, folks. This is gonna be a long segment, but really, this promo we're about to watch and everything that goes on during it sets the table for Power Pro for the next significant period of time. You kind of have to see all this. So if you're not going back watching the shows, you really have to see and hear and pay attention to how each guy's acting in this segment, especially at the end, to kind of see where this is intended to be going, even if we're doing it in a very convoluted way, it seems.
One thing I did want to get across in this situation right now, you mentioned, I said I didn't want to talk about it, the situation with Stacy coming out last week. You won't be seeing her. Just so much disrespect from Stacy. She has been suspended from this television here today. Stacy has been suspended.
Well, she rightly deserves
I'm not going to put up with that at all.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you. I do sense a little feel of bad blood between you and the King as well. Tell us what's going on there.
That's basically all I have to say. The suspension of Stacy in that situation.
Well, speaking of the King, here he is, Jerry Lawler, Randy Hales goes the other way, and the King comes over. Randy, he's gone again.
Hey, Randy Hales, come back here right now. You know what? If you don't come back here, you're showing the whole world right here that you're nothing but a gutless coward and a liar. So come back here and face me. If you're not a liar, come back here right now, Randy Hales.
Well,
Randy Hales, I really thought, you know what, I have been totally wrong, obviously, about Randy Hales. Oh, okay, come out here for 1 minute.
yeah, here he is. Here's Randy back.
Now, we don't have much time, and I need to be up in the control room.
Oh, you need to be up in the control room. No, you need to be right here, right now, for the next few minutes, because what I'm going to try to do, Randy, is I'm going to try to set you straight on something, because obviously somewhere you've gone astray. You've gotten off the beaten path here the last few weeks. You know, when you started up this Power Pro Wrestling company, I was all excited for you. I thought that Randy Hales, the Randy Hales that I knew all my life, was a young guy who started out as a kid selling popcorn at wrestling matches. You grew up in the wrestling business, and I thought, finally, here's a kid that's fulfilled his dream, and he's going to make the most of it. But you know what, Randy? You've become just like all the other promoters that I've ever seen in the wrestling business all my life lately. What's happened? Has the power of Power Pro gone to your head? Are you watching Vince McMahon on Monday Night Raw and think you got to be like Vince McMahon or something? Let me tell you something. I know Vince McMahon, and you're no Vince McMahon, okay? So what you need to do is you need to go back to being Randy Hale.
So you're coming out here on my television, my TV, insult me. You started that a week ago.
Oh, wait. I'm not insulting you. I'm telling you the truth. All of a sudden, you just admitted it. This is your television. This is your show, right?
That's exactly right. Mine and the fans of Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, okay. So now you're throwing in the fans of Memphis, Tennessee, but this is your show. I know exactly what you're trying to do, Randy, because a couple of weeks ago, I came out here and I embarrassed you a little bit. I was trying to joke around, be friendly with the old Randy Hales that I always knew, and apparently it embarrassed you. So now what you're trying to do is, you're trying to not just embarrass me, you're trying to do something to me that has never been done before. You're bringing in Kane, who everybody knows is got to be the hottest wrestler in the world right now. He beat The Undertaker on TV a couple of weeks ago. He's been destroying everybody. So your big idea, Randy, is you're going to bring Kane to the Mid-South Coliseum, the house that the King built, and you're going to bring Kane down here to try to do me in. That's what you're trying to do, and don't say you're not, because you're a liar if you say you're not.
Well, what's the problem is the first week on the first TV, you came out the big king on the throne. You came out on show number 3 and said, I'm the king because I'm the king, I'm the king. I booked the king against the hottest wrestler in the country, Kane, and then Stacy comes out scared to death, and apparently you are too.
Oh, no, let me tell you something. Well,
is not the place, guys.
No, this is. What do you mean this is not the place? Where's the place?
Come on.
Huh, you can't call Randy Hales on the phone anymore. I can at least. Used to, I could call Randy anytime I want to and talk to him. Now I can't get Randy Hales on the phone anymore. And it's because of this, Randy. It's because of this that you're trying to get rid of the king. Well, let me tell you something, pal. The king that you see on Monday Night Raw that's up there laughing, having fun, making jokes is totally different. I do that for a paycheck, pal. But right here in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, the house that the king built is going to be a totally different story. If you think for 1 minute you're bringing Kane or anybody else in here that's going to get rid of me, you got another thing coming, pal, because I'll do whatever it takes, whenever it takes, when I get in the ring with whoever at the Coliseum to make sure that the king remains the king. I didn't go out to some dime store and buy this, pal. I earned this crown. Do you understand that?
I think what you need to do is what takes the king. When you were there doing the commentary with Undertaker, he beat him. Didn't you see that? Yeah. And that's who you're in the ring against in Memphis. We'll see if you do the I'm the King interview on the 28th or whenever that TV is.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something, Randy. Your big master plan, if that's obviously what it is going to go up in a cloud of smoke, or better yet, it's going to go up in a big ball of flames if it has to, pal. Because like I said, I don't care what it takes. I'm going to get it done. Nobody, including Kane, is going to come into the Mid-South Coliseum and beat the king, okay?
Well, I hate to get my own show. I hate to see you guys into it.
Hey, let me tell you something else. Okay, just one other little thing before I go. You're upset. You banned Stacy from the television show because she came out here last week and slapped the taste out of your mouth. Isn't that what? And you're embarrassed about that.
First of all, let me tell you this. The reason I suspended her, she had no business doing that. I was just satisfying you. It made you happy. All of the promoters we have to the stars, they make demands. I was satisfying you, but she came out here. She had no business. After my big announcement, she had no business out here to slap. Big deal. She's a little lady. I mean, that didn't hurt. But there was no sense. There's no sense in being here, and she's suspended. Okay?
Okay, hey, she's suspended. She's sitting at home. That's no big deal, Randy Hales. But you know what? She asked me to send you a little message. Oh, hey! Hey, come on, Jared. Come on. Come on up here. Now, that's from Stacy. Did that one hurt a little more, pal? Come on.
You'll regret that, Lawler. You'll regret that. You'll regret that, I swear.
Man, I tell you.
Go to a break now.
Let's go to a
break.
Let's go. We're doing it. Let's go to
Yeah,
So does that make anything clear?
So I have a trivia question for the two of you. How many pals did Jerry Lawler use in that interview?
He must have been trying to get over with Vince, pal, because he used 6 of them.
6 of them.
Oh,
6
wow.
pals.
Yeah, I took a drink every time he said pal, and, man, I got a good buzz going right now. So let me just say, I want to say something. He slapped the shit out of Randy, by the way, and Lawler's going to regret doing that. I just want y'all to know. I want to go back to the first show. I like babyface Randy. I'm proud of this. I'm so happy to be part of Power Pro. I don't like this. I don't know what he is, but I guess he's eventually going to be the heel commissioner or the heel owner. I just don't like it. It's not, to me, not believable. And I know y'all are going to say, what the fuck, but I love Lawler's back, and I love this statement that he said, and I've been bitching about it for 7 weeks. That's me laughing and having a good time on Raw, but this is the real Jerry Lawler. Even though he got that line in about he's going to burn somebody or there's a barbecue or a far going to happen Monday night or whatever. Yeah. I thought that interview, that was my favorite thing probably up until this point, except Derek and Jackie. I'm talking about for the whole 8 shows. That promo was one of my favorite right there.
Rob?
I'm good with it, pal. I like it. I think this is Jerry Lawler. I like. I like Lawler. I like Lawler here. The Randy Hales thing is kind of weird. Randy can't be a babyface worth of shit. I mean, he just needs to be a heel. That's
I think the opposite.
See, I think Randy Hales just is a natural heel anyway. But I don't know, pal. I think we're going somewhere. We're headed to blast off at the Dome, and this is going to get it over. So I'm good with this. I like the interview, pal.
Yeah, I think it kind of clears up the direction, even if I'm not 100% on board with it. I'm kind of like BT, the all shucks. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so proud of this thing we've all created. At this point, anyway, I think it's the best version of Randy, just because Power Pro has only been around for 7 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And you're already out here, my TV and my this and my like. You haven't established any of this shit. This shit could, as far as we know, in 1998, this shit could be gone in 2 weeks if it doesn't do well at the Mid-South Coliseum. I think it's too soon to be that arrogant, but at least it kind of clarifies, at least for now, that okay, Randy. But again, Corey is backing Randy on this. That Jerry's the one being. So we're still either not all clear in what the direction is, or we're just not clear in the presentation of it.
Is it? I know this is not possible. I'm going to ask a question. You know, and I know Gene, you're probably going to say no. So, is it possible that they just didn't clue Corey into what the ending part of the storyline was? Because he is all, I can't, you know, it's almost like I can't believe you just slapped Randy. You don't know, you know, why would you pick on Randy? Randy, blah, blah. I don't, you know, it just feels really strange. Everything feels real strange. And, you know, we know some of the end of it. I can't remember everything, but I do know where they're going with it. But is there a chance that they didn't clue him in?
It's not out of the realm of possibility, because I know there's a lot of announcers. I think Jim Ross is one of them.
Jim Ross was one
rather
of them,
not know where things are going and just react accordingly. But that's the problem, though, in situations like this. Well, how do you act accordingly? Because, you know, established, especially in Memphis, your reaction is going to be what Corey's doing, because it's always the upstanding commissioner or matchmaker or promoter or whatever is going to be the guy you back. And this is really the first hint of Randy having really said anything to justify getting smacked. And Lawler did smack the shit out of him.
He did. Out. Damn.
It was pretty good. He was laying on the ground like a battered wife. You know, like, oh, you're going to regret this. One good thing that come out of this, producer Smokey was pretty happy, because he's been on my ass. I don't know if he's mentioned it to y'all, but he's been on my ass. I haven't been pitching the breaks during this show. And so when he sends out the recorded version, especially like the audio players, he's been having to just try to word BT like shoehorn in the commercials because I never pitched to him on USWA. So right now, let's take a quick podcast commercial break, and then we'll be back with more Power Pro Wrestling.
There you go.
Go to a break now.
Let's go to a break. Let's.
Tired of the same boring wrestling podcast? Need something with attitude, chaos, and maybe just a little cussing? That's STSpod.club, and we got it all covered. We've got wrestling weirdness with WTF News Desk, 5-minute time limit, and the southern fried brain of me, BT, steering the whole ship. We also have rolling into Memphis every week about the current Memphis wrestling. Interviews, hot takes, and wrestling outrageousness so wild it might get you banned in 12 states. That's right, it's SDSpod.club, or search all podcast catchers for Shooting the Shiznit, where wrestling podcasts grow chest hair. Not sure what that meant. Love my mama.
In a business built on secrets, some stories were never meant to be told. But now, they are. From Memphis wrestling icons, Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich, comes the podcast that not only pulls back the curtain, it rips it down. Real stories. No filters. From wild road stories to the truth behind the headlines, this is the kind of locker room talk you won't hear anywhere else. Dangerous Conversations with Doug Gilbert and Tommy Rich. New episodes weekly on YouTube, all podcast platforms, and early uncensored access on Patreon. Look us up on DougGilbertPodcast.com.
Every tale, every stitch, dangerous conversations, you don't change this.
Hey everybody, I'm Gene Jackson, and I want to introduce you to the Retro Wrestling Archive Podcast Network and the great pro wrestling nostalgia podcast we bring including the Retro Wrestling Review Series covering the USWA, Memphis Power Pro Wrestling, Continental Championship Wrestling, and we've just added World Class Championship Wrestling, and now ECW. Plus great interview shows like Beyond Wrestling with Robb Helt, where the stories go beyond the ring. Then there's Dangerous Conversations with the legendary Dangerous Doug Gilbert and Tommy Wildfire Rich. Plus, don't miss special live streams like Live from the Archive and Arc of an Angle. And the Retro Wrestling Archive Network is growing. We're proud to feature the affiliate shows like STS Pod, The Hang, Classic Pro Wrestling Talk, Get Your Bell Rung, and even more great shows are coming soon. That's not all. Join the Retro Wrestling Archive Patreon for exclusive bonus content, early podcast releases, special extras, and access to a Google Drive that is absolutely busting at the seams with territory wrestling history, including our legendary Memphis Mega Folder. Podcast, interviews, watch-alongs, live streams, YouTube, Patreon, territory wrestling history. It's all waiting for you at RetroWrestlingArchive.club, where we're preserving pro wrestling history daily. Don't just remember it, relive it.
Oh my God, I gotta steal that. Send that to me. Send it to me. I gotta steal that.
Go to a break, pal. Go to a break. I do want to say something real quick before we move on.
Yes.
The one thing I really like here about Jerry Lawler and Jerry Lawler's promo is that was one of the first really good promos that we've had on this show, because Jerry Lawler has so much confidence. These other guys just don't have confidence on the mic yet, and their promos are kind of like what I would call little kid promos, right? Whereas Jerry Lawler is confident enough that he can carry 2 or 3 minutes without being scripted and without really repeating himself. And so he gets over here with me, pal.
And the thing about it is, we're doing this. Gene had mentioned, hey, we already done the Vince McMahon, the heel owner kind of thing gimmick already in wrestling, and Lawler brings that up. He goes, look, you're no Vince McMahon. What the hell, you know? And look at Vince compared to Randy Hales, you know, it's just not believable for me. But Lawler was tremendous here. I mean, like I said, this might be the highlight of the 8 shows for me. Pal.
That's obviously a Vince McMahon thing. And, you know, Jerry Lawler has confidence in what he's doing, and Jerry Lawler has confidence in where he's going. And that's the thing, BT. I mean, you know, if we go back, let's use Billy Joe Travis as an example. If you go back to Billy Joe Travis's old interviews, they're terrible. But then
he was young. He had no idea what he was saying. Or
Perfect. Yeah. And where Lawler right here, Lawler carries this so well. And Randy's not even really that good. I mean, you know.
No, not at all. He's real awkward. Lawler is. That's why I always thought he would have been better as a babyface, because, you know.
Talking about Randy? Randy being better as a babyface?
No one wants to, because let me say something, okay? No one wants to pick on the awkward kid, right? I mean, they do, but we don't want to see people, you know, I want to push down the awkward kid because he's getting on my freaking nerves, but I'm not going to push him down because I'm going to be the heel if I slap the shit out of him.
Well, do you think that, so Randy to you becomes a sympathetic babyface?
Yes, that's the direction, because you know my history with Randy Hales.
Sure,
I'm not going to bring that up.
No.
Well, at the very first show, I was, if you go back to the first show, I'm totally on board with this Randy Hales character. I love this Randy Hales. It feels so real to me that he's so excited about bringing his own promotion to Memphis television, and there is an excitement there. He had to be excited.
Right.
You're talking about a guy who, as a kid, was just like me, grew up watching Memphis wrestling. All his heroes were my heroes, and I felt that coming through that character or that person on the first show. Hey, you know, Rob, if I decided I wanted to start Power Pro 2026, I'd be fucking excited too. But here's the thing I wanted to say. I've wanted to say this since we started. I wouldn't put myself on television. You know, I'm bad enough to put myself on streaming, as you know, to me, but I'm just saying I'm not I'm not going to put myself in front of the camera. I'm going to stay behind the camera and make sure everything's done right. And I'm going to, if I want to do a heel owner or a heel person as commissioner, I'm going to get somebody that can do that against a guy like Jerry Lawler, which you said is, the king of promos. You want somebody that can batter, but
that's kind of like back. That's kind of like back then, in WCW and even WWE, they would put the heat on standards and practices, right? They would say,
right.
And that's what you do. You don't necessarily see over in World Class. We did the same thing as we were coming into USWA. We had the office, whoever the office was, and it was the man with the plan, and whoever the big Don was, whereas that's what you would do. You would play your heel character from the back end and not be part of the TV, right, Pally?
Yeah,
I'm on the PAL thing now, man. I'm all on the PAL deal.
Well, we did really good about stalling, but our pal Gene is fucking gone.
And you know what? I'll tell you what. They have been having some storms at the Retro Wrestling Archive studio, and so we're going to take one more little quick break. We'll go grab Gene, prevent him from drowning, and only you can prevent forest fires. Well, we said we were going to pause. we said we were going to pause, BT.
Pause for the cause, and we don't know the cause yet.
We don't know the cause.
Well, up next, we had a triple threat. We had Kid Wicket putting his title against Jade and Bobby Bronze. We've been doing this angle. Are you going to join me? Are you going to join him? They ended up with all three of them going against each other, and we have Miss Veronica. See, I can't do Corey, but we got Miss Veronica at ringside. We got a small clip here. Let's take a look at this.
It's a conspiracy. Randy House has got me booked against two of these guys. I gave each of them an opportunity to be a part of the Wicked crew, and they declined. But that's okay. I know all you grommets are wondering where my trophy is. Well, I got some news for you. I got somebody to watch my back. I got somebody to carry my trophy. Now, this person is not a wrestler, so don't you dare think about touching it. If you would, please bring out Miss Veronica.
Miss Veronica. Here she is, Dave.
Well, Kid Wicket has signed a ballet, apparently, here. Yeah, with the Young Guns trophy, there is Veronica. As Kid Wicket finally heads to the ring, and we're set to go with this triple threat Young Guns match for the championship trophy. Jade and Bobby Braun still going against each other. Kid Wicket very content to insult the crowd and watch these two go in. Look at this. Wicket was holding up Lance Jade, but Jade moved out of the way, and now Lance Jade is saying, wait a minute, you were going to hit me. You just ended up hitting him because I moved out of the way. Bobby Braun makes the tag, and here comes Kid Wicket back in. Lance Jade said, I want you in here. Here you go.
Young Guns Championship on the line. There goes Kid Wicket. The champion takes the big backdrop from Lance Jade, and look at Jade. Body slam on Kid Wicket. Still to come, we've got Bill Superstar Dundee taking on Billy Joe Travis in our main event today. Ooh.
Oh, the teamwork, but it didn't work. Bobby Braun doesn't know it.
There's a 3 count, and yeah, Bobby didn't know it, Dave. He didn't even realize what's going on.
Lance is eliminated, confirmed by the referee. Lance Jade's eliminated. Oh, from behind, Anita. Kid Wicket won the championship and has been undefeated in championship matches since then. Oh, the referee pinned in the corner, nowhere to go. He's down on the mat, and Kid Wicket's got a chain wrapped around his fist. Here's Lance Jade in from outside. He grabs the chain.
Jade's got the chain.
Bobby's got the
Kid Wicket goes over, and now he's trying to tell referee Aubrey Wayne some false information. I guarantee you it's false.
Look at Lance Jade trying to explain to Bobby Braun what he did. He said, I got this from Kid Wicket. Here's the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Well, a lot of confusion, but the victory and the championship goes to Kid Wicket. We've got more. Don't forget the big main event. Billy Joe Travis against the superstar. Bill Dundee's still to come.
Look who's back.
All right. Gene, what does it feel convoluted as it feels convoluted to me? The whole finish, the whole match, but the one thing I do like, guys, is we're using that finisher with Kid Wicket 1, 2, 3, and it's over. So
He wedgied him with that damn pulling on the tights, man.
Yeah.
He got him up in there. There's not a lot of three-ways going on at this time. This is still kind of a...
Well, in front of the camera, there's not three-way. Oh, whatever. I know what you're talking about now.
Look here, pal. So there's a lot of action here. I see what you guys are saying now about Kid Wicked. This is the first time I've really had a camera angle to see how small he really is.
Yeah.
And so I can see what you guys were saying now. I couldn't really tell before because he kind of had that Buff Bagwell, Brian Christopher thing going on. He's a really small, poor guy. It's like people are hindered by size and not talent, right, pal?
Yeah. I almost have a theory. Do you think they brought the valet on just so she could carry the trophy around so you don't have somebody carrying it and illustrating how much bigger it is than him?
Is that somebody he's dating at this time, or who is this Veronica lady? Because if so, more my hat's off to him.
I tried to do some research on her. I don't know. I couldn't find
same thing, Gene. I never found anything. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, guys, don't sleep on Paula Bunyan from the Yukon.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, I hear they get wild in the Yukon.
The Yukon,
Yunkton. And proper pronunciation.
And not to do anything. Are you okay, Gene? We know that you had to leave us. A lot of storms going on down there in Alabama. Did you have to get the canoe out? Do you have the kayak ready? How is Smokey? Are you okay? We want to make sure coming back you're okay.
If I was to have to leave the house right now, it would probably require a canoe. It's good Lord. It dumped a bunch of rain yesterday, but man, we was out without power for a while yesterday. It was out internet for hours, and then it just went out again. It's out of the blue. You started talking, everything on my screen went haywire, and then it booted me out.
Well, that's what normally happens when I start talking shit on people's screens. Starts going haywire.
It just goes haywire and it bloops out. Yeah.
But I want to say 1/3 of this 6-man tag team championship combination right here, BT, he carried it in your stead.
I tried, Gene.
He carried it well. He carried it well.
Good job. I know you was probably worried that I had just went off screen and went and had deleted and blocked all y'all. And
yeah, that was it.
I got upset about something that was said, and I just took my ball.
I'll tell you exactly what it was. The BT, the doorbell rang, and it was in fucking Berenstein Bears. All right, go ahead, Gene.
There we go.
Well, yeah, I had some T-shirts that got here, and I had to go see what they were. But said I wasn't going to reference anybody, but I got them blocked on everything anyway. They can't see it. So yeah, Kid Wicked gets a win and actually gets a pinfall, which is pretty fucking unique on this show at this point. Makes him stand out.
I was happy with it. I loved it. I loved it. It had a pinfall.
Yes. You had a pinfall, but you had a lot of shit to get to that pinfall, though.
I did. You, but Veronica was out there, so I was good.
There we go.
If any of the boys are watching this and you have insight on Veronica, who she was, where she came from, and how she got there,
you can email me Helt at on. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I will tell that story here. Although I got a pretty good idea of how she got there, but that's purely speculation. I don't know. Just saying. So then Billy Joe comes out and he's upset. He's got a black eye.
Damn.
He's just about anyway. He's pissed off about his injury suffered. And again, he's more mad. This just goes to show how phony the guitar bit is. He's more mad about his black eye and getting punched in the face. All he can talk about is getting punched in the face, which isn't special in wrestling because you get punched in the face 20 times per match. No mention hardly of the guitar, although he's got the remnants of it when he came back out before. But right now, we're going right into the television main event, Billy Joe Travis versus Bill Dundee. Did you guys talk about the promo that he did previously before that last match?
No, we just went into that because I just went with the clips. But, yeah, he did a promo. And I was going to ask y'all about that. That he didn't have that black eye before Dundee hit him, right?
No, because he was out here earlier. I was watching for that the second time around, and when he's out there earlier with Brandon and Tony Falk and Derek, he does not have any marks on.
And that doesn't look like makeup when he does that promo. It looks like he got tattooed.
Yeah.
Well, that first punch When Dundee showed up, when he was out there hitting on Samantha, that first punch that Dundee threw looked brutal. And then he followed up with another one. And I'm sure Billy was just proud to get hit with the guitar instead of Dundee's fist after that. I would have been anyway.
Cornette always said that getting hit by Dundee's working punch was just like getting stiff by anybody else. Is that have either one of you had a chance to work close to or with Dundee to where he punched you?
I worked him a number of times, and his were they weren't all bad. Like some of them were pretty good working punches, but enough of them you didn't know what was coming. Like you were nervous because you'd get one, you're like, okay, that's not bad. Oh my God! And then the next one would be okay. Like, so you never knew what was coming. When Dundee reared back inside, you're just like, this could be great. This could be the worst thing ever. I don't know what's coming. Which
Right.
I guess maybe that could have been by design. I don't know. The one thing I wanted to mention real quick though about that previous thing from Billy Joe, and again, this completely changes the dynamic of what we're used to in Memphis wrestling, because in the past, Billy Joe had gotten punched in the face. He's got a black eye. He has guitar shattered over his own head, and the only thing he's going to need to talk about is Monday night Bill Dundee. I'm going to be looking for revenge. You're going to be paid back. But Randy Hales just announced that the blast off at the Dome, Billy Joe's going to wrestle Jeff Jarrett. So before he can address the swollen face and the broken guitar, he's got to cut a promo on Jeff Jarrett for the Mid-South Coliseum. Oh, Jeff Jarrett, you can come to town. I carried you, back 10 years ago, and I don't care about the WWF, and I'm the reason you're there, blah, 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 blah. And then Bill Dundee, my face. And I was like, I don't know. That kind of took me out of the promo towards Dundee, because we had to stop, take time to talk about Jarrett, and then get to today's show. I don't know that I wouldn't have done that the other way around. Like, you're hot about Dundee, come out with the Dundee stuff, and then go, oh, yeah, and by the way, after I get through whipping Dundee's ass, old Double J's next. But It just took me out of anything he had to say once we have to promote the Mid-South. Promote the Mid-South Coliseum card, because that's the important one. And then you can talk about this silly shit we're doing on TV, because it's going to be a run-in anyway. It is. So we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about that. So, spoiler. I'm sorry. We haven't showed the clip yet. There we go. I'm sure this is going to be a good, clean finish right here.
Good job there, pal.
I do want to talk about this on the other side, because this match has something that I don't know that I've ever even seen before. Let's take a look.
Got here crying to me. You're not.
Let me tell you something, Dave. I don't need no stinking help from nobody. Let me tell you something, Dundee. I want everybody to take a look at my eye. I want everybody to take a look at my shoulder. Or Punk, if you think you're going to see a wrestling match, I hope. Call somebody today on TV, because I'm going to beat your brains out right here today.
He's going to be right here as well, all next week here on the Power Hour.
Brian Christopher is going to be going against Kid Wicked. That'll be Wicked's toughest test to date.
Oh, yeah.
These two started together as tag team partners. Look out.
Here we go, Dave.
Paul Diamond and B.J. Austin have jumped in the ring on Bill Dundee, so it's 4 against 1. Hey, we need some help if anybody's around and listening and watching the monitor back there. Bill Dundee, quadruple team.
Yeah, 4 against 1. Now here comes Lance Jade in. B.J. Awesome stops him. Here comes Bobby Braun.
Diamond stops him, throws him out of the ring. Meanwhile, Travis continues to work on Bill Dundee. The match is over. It's a disqualification. Bill Dundee's going to win it, but that's not much consolation right now. No. When you got 3 and 4 guys ganged up on you, jumping up down on the side of your face.
What do you think of that, huh?
Travis has got his boot right on the neck of Dundee. Here comes the Spellbinder.
All right, Spellbinder in to help out. And that kind of clears the ring. All of a sudden, everybody says, well, wait a minute. Maybe this is not quite as important as we thought it was. Billy Joe, you're on your own. We are out of here.
Yeah.
And Spellbinder turns to leave.
Billy Joe's hiding over here behind the pole, Dave, right behind the ring pole.
Oh, blame him.
Now he gets up. Look at this.
Look out. He's in the ring from behind Bill.
Travis nails it.
Smacked him again.
The referee, senior referee Bruno Lars in there. And Dundee and Travis continue.
Here comes Brandon Baxter. He's back out. Samantha has jumped Billy Joe Travis from behind.
Oh, Travis stops her.
Oh, come on now, look out. He sends her into the rope. Sorry. I did see that in the predicament. But Dundee answers. Here comes B.J. Awesome back in.
Yeah.
Oh, Travis just nailed the referee. What's he doing?
This is all part of the master plan of Brandon Baxter. Power Pro Wrestling is going to run. I said this was the day that will live infamy.
Travis has just taken off the belt of the referee and wrapped it around Bill Dundee's throat. B.J. Awesome holds him up while Travis hits him with a right fist.
Brandon Baxter on here riding the right.
Bill Dundee, goodbye, because he's never going back to Power Pro again. Never, ever, ever. This is all my master plan.
All part of the master plan, says Brandon Baxter.
What's up?
Here comes Lance and Bobby back in. Oh, boy. Travis has got that strap that he took off of referee Aubrey Wayne. Lashing Jade, now he lashes Dundee with that thing. He's got that leather strap.
He was using it to choke Dundee earlier.
Now he's doing it again, Dave.
Yeah, there he got it wrapped around his throat again.
Bruno's out, and Brandon Baxter's keeping him away from everything.
Bruno trying to restore order. B.J. Awesome headbutts the referee. Well, there are going to be some fines issued here, I guarantee you. These guys going after referees. There is going to be one big meeting at the Power Pro office this week, and some fines are going to be issued. Count on it.
That's what you get.
Boy, I tell you.
The destruction started today, but it's not the destruction of Power Pro Wrestling. It may be the destruction of Brandon Baxter if you had all that to do with this thing right here.
Yeah, he did. Every bit of it. Travis got that leather strap wrapped around his fist, and we may not get this thing.
I've just been told that Randy Hales promises next week he'll have a partner for Bill Dundee to even this up a little bit. That's coming up next week. Next week, the Godwins are going to be here. Brian Christopher returns. It promises to be another big hour next week, 11 o'clock, right here on TV5. Make your plans to be here. Be sure to tell all your friends to be watching, too.
Oh, my God. Can I? Hey, look, we have a new vocabulary word for everybody. Blastus. So what that is Corey says he blasts him in there. Just want to put that up there. Blastists.
What's the problem with that? He did blast us from behind.
Well,
Darren Lawler blasts his Randy Hales in the face, and that was ridiculous.
You know, you have two really good workers. I mean, well, I say really good. You have Bill Dundee, really good, but then you have Billy Joe Travis, and why didn't you just let them have a match? You could have had a really good main event here. Plus, the fact that did you hear that they broke kayfabe on Bruno's name? They called him Bruno Lauer rather than Downtown Bruno.
They've been calling him that for a couple of weeks. I guess.
Okay,
I think they think Commissioner Downtown Bruno sounds a bit odd. So yeah, every week Corey's like Bruno Lauer, yeah.
Well, BT can give his thought here, and then Gene, you said you have something that you've never seen before, so that's interesting to me.
We'll see.
It's just like we had said something about this total chaos going on. We see the theme of the whole episode. We're going to do all this stuff, but I thought at the very front, it was almost like Dundee gave Travis nothing. It's almost like you think he's really mad at Billy for something. He's just punching him in the face. There's no, heat, nothing going on. So maybe that's what was designed so that Travis brought people out because he's getting his ass.
And Samantha, she can't work for shit. Did you see her taking that turnbuckle? Oh my God.
By God, she can do a Frankensteiner if it's working out.
Yeah, she sure can. Yeah,
and a stunner.
And a stunner, yeah. So here's what I hadn't seen before. I mean, I guess in some form, but it just felt weird to me when I was watching this match first time. So they're having the match. Like I say, Dundee's just beating on Travis. And then the ring fills up with heels, and they're beating down on Dundee. And then here comes Lance Jade, Bobby Bronze. Here comes the Spellbinder who doesn't like those guys and it's not going to help anybody anymore and fuck everybody. I'm on my own and I'm not going to talk about it. He runs in. The ring clears.
Right.
They leave. And a minute and a half later, here comes BJ Awesome. Them come back out again and go back to beating on Dundee. This time, Lance and Bobby come out on their own. and they get whipped, so the heat continues. Spellbinder never does come back the second time. But why did they all leave the first time and allow Dundee to get his ass? I mean, if you wanted to help Dundee the first time, why would you just leave him in the ring and then not come back?
They had some extra time probably, and Randy was yelling backstage, "Go, go,
go! Send the back!" But because I thought the match had restarted there for a minute because Dave's like, "That's going to be a disqualification. Dundee's going to win," and then all of a sudden, there they go back in, and he goes, "All right, well, they're going to leave Billy Travis in there on his own." I'm like, "So the match is back started? What the hell are we doing?" Bruno's in there. He got choke slammed earlier, but he's out there now. He's fine. He's out there. He's less than 2 feet away from Spellbinder at one point during the little schmoz there when Spellbinder came out. They almost bump into each other, but no problem there. Dundee's not mad. I mean, Bruno's not mad that Spellbinder chokeslammed him earlier. But hey, the Goblins are going to be here next week, so
hell yeah,
that'll be something special.
Run those questions, BT.
We're ready, huh? Real quick, some results. They were at the casino this Thursday, following this Saturday show. Then Thursday, we had Spellbinder beat Master B, Tony Falk beat the Yellow Jacket, BJ Awesome beat Mr. Wrestling, Jackie beat Brandon Baxter, Brian Christopher beat Billy Travis, and Jerry Lawler team with Moondog Spot to beat Tracy Smothers and Kid Wicked. That's the second Thursday in a row that Tracy's been there, but not on TV or anything. I tried to find some results, but my intranet wasn't working right. How about it, Rob? How about your hit for the show?
Jerry Lawler's promo.
There you go. What about your miss?
The rest of the show.
MVP.
Oh, I like Brandon Baxter. Brandon comes in pretty good, right?
OMG moment.
Dundee, man, clocked Billy Joe Travis with that guitar. That was a pretty stiff hit.
And must see.
Dundee's punch on Billy Joe Travis after he grabbed Samantha.
All right, Gene, hit.
Oh Lord. So hit Lawler's promo.
What about your miss?
That main event seems pretty missy, Gene. The way everybody left, and then
the event was definitely a miss. To me, the one that stands out right from the get-go was Spellbinder's running in and beating up everyone. It missed for me. I mean, maybe it's exactly what they wanted.
MVP of the show?
Corey. I mean, he's trying to hold all this shit together, and he's doing the best he can, and he's getting blasted from every side. Even Rob.
Blasted and what about OMG moment?
Oh my God! They just ran in and saved Bill, and then they left, and now he's getting his ass whipped again.
And your must see? What was your must see?
I like the segment where after Derek helped them get the win reversed, he goes over and waits for his kiss, and she pats him on the head and says, "Oh, bless his heart, Dave." That's a pretty fun little segment right there, because he kind of did the Dumb and Dumber line whenever she said, that was just business with Mark Mara. You're telling me there's a chance.
Yep. My hit, I put Dundee's punches. Missed the whole deal with Randy being a heel owner. MVP, I went with Brandon Baxter also. Good promo, good match. OMG, Travis's eye. Damn. And must see would have been the Lawler promo. What's happening next week? We got Brian Christopher against Kid Wicked. We got the Godwins, and Dundee's got a partner.
Well, there it is.
That's not going to be Lawler for once, so we'll see. Well, all right. That sums it all up. That was that was the eighth week of Power Pro Wrestling. So join us back here again next week. BT, I usually forget on Power Pro. You want to plug anything here at the end?
Oh no, just go to stspod.club. Follow Gene doing all his stuff. We're all together. We're a big family. All
we're
together.
big old network.
We're trying to help each other, and I appreciate everybody's, especially watching this show. Thank you. We appreciate it. We're getting a lot of response.
Ditto.
All right. If you're watching this on Saturday, by now you have seen the premiere of the World Class Review Show with Rob and Scotty Wentz. And check Monday. Make sure you check out me and Brandon Wheeler's new ECW review show, along with all the other stuff we cover here on the network. And we'll see you here next week for another episode of Power Pro Wrestling in there, the Power Hour.
I love my mama.
Got a stack of VHS tapes, dusty old newsletters, testing men in tiny capes.